moving on, and this is coming from a viewer's comment, Sammy, a slight little change of pace and direction. Now, we are in a time of recession. There's the cost of living crisis, the energy crisis. We have nurses and teachers striking over pay. Yet here we have the extravagance of Premier League football clubs spending like there is no tomorrow. Does this and should this leave a sour taste? What do you think, Sammy?
Look, I totally get if the level of spending does irk the general public, and listen, so it should. You know, we're living in a moment in time in this country where, you know, a lot of people just are struggling to afford their heating bills to feed their families. Yet here Premier League clubs are. You know, Chelsea are trying to spend 150 million pounds on a player today. They've already spent 88 million on Mykhailo Mudryk a couple of weeks ago, and you know, spending money like it's going out of fashion. But to temper that criticism, I think certainly the working class community see football as a bit of an escapism from their everyday troubles, and we all, you know, we've all got our problems away from work and what we do, and you know, we've all got our difficulties. But football means so much to so many people in England, and particularly with transfers nowadays, the youngsters they are so deeply involved and have such an attachment with the transfer window, and I think they get a buzz out of their team spending X amount of money. And yeah, of course there is I guess a level of discomfort with that will come with that, and I totally get that. But you know, football's our national sport, and we want to promote it, and it's as I said, I just think there is an escapism for the general public with that, and you know, we should like, I'm not saying we should forget about life away from football, but you know, I think we should also take football and the transfer market for what it is. It's a sport. It's a £1 billion industry, and it kind of, to use the phrase I don't really like using, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent answer, Sammy. And I think the one way you can rationalise it is if you park football as entertainment, as you quite rightly said. And another point I would make as well, you know, we talk about this extravagant spend and the money tots up and tots up and tots up. A lot of it is the same money going round in circles, don't forget. You know, if the £45 million Newcastle have given to Everton for Anthony Gordon then goes on other players, it's classed as £90 million, £150 million. Once it gets washed and spun around a few times, it's the same money. So, you know, that is just one other point to make. But no, nonetheless, while I think we do have to give a nod to the fact that it may be uncomfortable for some, absolutely, I do think there is that degree of escapism and enjoyment from days such as this to be had, which are, you know, a bit of a biannual jamboree and ends up with guys like us in front of cameras.